Most people have never even heard of it, the narrow and old rail bridge connecting Russia and North Korea. Just 800 meters of steel, in the remote Far East, spanning the Tumen River. But right now, it's carrying more than just freight. It's carrying war. At first glance, the bridge looks insignificant. But in today's reality, it's a lifeline for Russia, and a growing threat to Ukraine. Because it's not just shells and rockets coming across. It's soldiers. North Korean troops are being sent to the front lines of Ukraine. Yes, troops. Thousands of them. Reports suggest over 10,000 North Korean soldiers have already joined Russia's war effort, some even dying in combat. And this isn't just some one-time deal. Russia has thanked North Korea openly. This is a real alliance forming, one with boots on the ground. And everything they need, ammo, gear, food, reinforcements, flows over that single bridge. That's why Ukraine should seriously consider taking it down. Destroying that bridge wouldn't just disrupt a supply route, it would cut off an entire state's ability to participate in the war. It would force Russia to find other, much harder ways to bring in support. And it would send a clear message to Pyongyang. Getting involved comes with consequences. And yes, Ukraine can do it, without firing a missile, without risking a pilot. Because there's a new strategy rising, balloon drone carriers that we have discussed in depth in the previous video. High-altitude hydrogen balloons launched silently at night. No engine noise, no radar, just wind. These balloons can ride the high-altitude jet stream, which flows west to east, perfect for Ukraine. Even better, they can shift altitude to catch slightly different wind layers, giving them limited but useful steering ability. That's enough to send a balloon carrying dozens of drones or a powerful glided bomb straight into Russian or North Korean territory. Once over the target, say, the bridge, it can quietly release a swarm of drones and bomb to dive and strike. Just a sudden, precise explosion in a place that thought it was untouchable. And that's just the military side. Let's talk about psychology. North Korea survives on fear. It keeps its people isolated, silenced, and in the dark. If those people hear nothing but propaganda, they believe the regime is strong and righteous. But what if truth started falling from the sky? Alongside drone strikes, Ukraine could launch balloons carrying leaflets, memory cards, or digital broadcasts into North Korea. Not bombs, just truth. Information about the war. About their sons dying far from home. Given the severe malnutrition of ordinary North Korea people, the leaflets can even be attached with dried beef and a note saying that, "This is a small taste of what we can eat every day in free countries. Your sons are dying for a regime that starves you." It could rattle the regime more than any missile. Kim Jong-un would think twice before sending the next wave of soldiers to fight against Ukraine. Now, you might wonder, what about China? Would China defend the bridge? Would they protest? Maybe with words. But not with actions. Here's what most people don't know. That bridge blocks China's access to the Sea of Japan. Yes, seriously. Big cargo ships from China's northeast can't pass under it. For years, Chinese officials and citizens in that region have wanted it gone. So if Ukraine takes it out, China will probably issue a formal complaint. Maybe even summon an ambassador. But behind the scenes? Many in China would be relieved. Because when the dust settles, China's trade routes improve. North Korea loses leverage, has to depend more on China. And no one can really blame China. If Ukraine can send a guided bomb to destroy the old bridge completely, instead of just damaging it, China will be more than happy to accept it. In their own phrases, they will even wake up from sleep with laughter. This is the kind of asymmetric move Ukraine needs. A cheap balloon. A few drones. A single target. A bridge falls. A regime trembles. And the world recalculates. Ukraine doesn't need to match Russia's firepower. It needs to be smarter. And sometimes, the smartest move is to cut the one bridge that makes your enemy think they're safe. Let's step back and ask, what happens the day after that bridge is destroyed? North Korea's supplies stop cold. No more trainloads of munitions. No more soldiers sneaking into Ukraine's front lines. No convenient way for Russia to haul in discounted artillery or manpower from a desperate ally willing to trade blood for favor. And rebuilding the bridge? That's not quick. The terrain is brutal. The region is remote. It's not like patching a highway. It takes heavy equipment, clear skies, secure ground, and months of work. Meanwhile, every day without that bridge is a day Ukraine weakens an enemy alliance without losing a single soldier. But it's not just North Korea that gets the message. It's Belarus. It's Iran. It's anyone sitting on the sidelines, quietly debating how much to get involved. Once they see that Ukraine has the will and means to hit back, not just at the front, but across borders, they'll think twice before offering deeper support to Russia. And the best part? The method remains deniable, decentralized, and cheap. These aren't satellite-guided cruise missiles. They're not stealth bombers. They're weather balloons and off-the-shelf drones. Built in garages. Launched from farmland. As simple and untraceable as anything can be in 21st century warfare. It's the age of DIY geopolitics. And Ukraine isn't alone in this tactic. Activists and dissidents across the world have used balloons to carry leaflets into North Korea for decades. The technology has only gotten better. Now those balloons can carry USB sticks, solar-powered radios, even microprojectors. In a regime where truth is more dangerous than any weapon, a single balloon might do more damage than a bomb. So imagine this. A wave of balloons drifts silently across the Russian Far East. Some carry drones. Some carry beef and messages. Some confuse radar. Others spread fear. No way to tell which is which. No way to stop them all. The cost for Ukraine? Maybe a few $1,000s per balloon. The cost for Russia and North Korea? Security paranoia. Air defense scrambling. A public wondering how these objects reached so deep into their territory without anyone noticing. That's power. And now let's bring it full circle. This isn't about escalation. It's about deterrence. Ukraine didn't invite North Korea to the war. Russia did. Ukraine didn't cross oceans to drag new players into the battlefield. It's defending itself. But when foreign boots show up on your soil, when shells land in your cities stamped with Pyongyang's factory codes, what choice do you have? You send a message. Not with empty statements, but with precision, timing, and strategy. You take out a fragile link, one bridge, built decades ago, and you shatter the illusion that Russia can fight this war with borrowed help, risk-free. And let's be honest, no one will miss that bridge. Not the Chinese shippers it blocked. Not the local residents it restricted. Not the people of Ukraine who have suffered from its consequences. If anything, its removal simplifies things, for everyone. So maybe it's time to stop treating it like untouchable infrastructure. Maybe it's time to call it what it really is. A narrow steel umbilical cord connecting two rogue states in a war. Cut the cord. Let North Korea know that war isn't a free bet. Let Russia feel the pain of reaching too far for too little. And let the world see that in the age of creativity and courage, even a balloon can change the course of a war. Ukraine doesn't just need more missiles. It also needs more imagination. If you believe in smart resistance, asymmetric warfare, and the right to defend one's future, then this is the moment to speak up. Subscribe. Share, spread the idea. Let this bridge be more than a symbol of tyranny, let it be a turning point. Thanks for watching.